Used correctly, credit cards can help you. Used poorly, they can trap you in debt. This video explains how they work and how to use them safely. We'll cover 4 clear topics: billing cycles, how interest is charged, minimum payments, and examples of good versus bad usage. Understanding these basics gives you control over costs and credit score. Small changes in timing and payment size have big effects over time. Think of a credit card as a short-term, revolving loan from your card issuer that you must repay on agreed terms. If you pay the full statement balance by the due date, most cards charge no interest on purchases. Missing that window changes everything. Let's begin with the billing cycle and how your statement and payment dates determine when charges become due or accrue interest. A billing cycle is the period your card issuer uses to group transactions. Most cycles last about 28 to 31 days. At the end of the cycle, your issuer creates a statement listing charges, payments, credits, and the statement balance you owe by the due date. The statement closing date is different from the payment due date. The closing date determines what appears on that statement. You normally have a grace period between the statement date and the due date. Paying the statement balance within that period avoids interest. Purchases made after the closing date appear on the next statement. Timing purchases around closing dates can reduce reported balances. Key balances differ. Current balance is real time. Statement balance is what you must pay by the due date, and available credit is your remaining limit. Interest appears when you don't pay the full statement balance by the due date. Paying only part of the balance usually removes the grace period. Credit card interest is quoted as an APR, annual percentage rate. Issuers convert that to a daily rate to compute interest on outstanding balances. Interest compounds daily. Each day, the issuer multiplies the outstanding balance by the daily periodic rate and adds that to the balance. Example: a $1,000 balance at 20% APR becomes interest of about $2 a day before compounding. It adds up quickly. Cash advances and some special transactions often have higher rates and no grace period, so interest begins immediately for those transactions. To avoid interest on purchases, pay the full statement balance by the due date every cycle. That is the single most effective tactic. A minimum payment is the smallest amount your issuer accepts to keep your account current. It's often a percentage of the balance or a fixed floor. Paying only the minimum keeps you out of late fees and collections, but prolongs the debt and increases total interest paid dramatically. Example: with a $1,000 balance at 20% APR, a 2% minimum payment means many months of interest and large total cost. Even increasing payments modestly cuts interest and payoff time dramatically. Paying double the minimum can shorten payoff by years in some cases. If possible, pay the statement balance in full each month if you can't. At least pay more than the minimum to reduce interest costs. Automating payments prevents missed due dates. Prioritize high-rate balances first, or consolidate for a lower rate if that reduces total interest. Good use: charge what you can afford, pay the full statement balance each month, use rewards responsibly, and track spending in one place. Bad use: regular overspending, paying only the minimum, frequent cash advances, and missing due dates. Those choices raise costs and damage credit. Quick comparison: Ava pays full each month and earns rewards with no interest. Ben pays minimums and sees interest grow and credit utilization rise. To build credit, pay on time, keep utilization low, avoid unnecessary new accounts, and monitor your credit report periodically for errors. Actionable checklist: know your closing and due dates, pay the statement balance when possible, automate payments, and keep utilization under about 30%. Used correctly, credit cards are powerful tools. Used poorly, they can trap you in debt. Make timing and payment size your allies, not your enemy.